Plants aren't for buildings, plants are for people. So therefore, we're not in the plant business, we're in the people business. Everything we do is for and through people. People Systems is next.
It's the Plantscape Business School Podcast. This is the podcast for growing not just beautiful plants, but thriving plantscape businesses. Here's your host, longtime Plantscape business owner, systems nerd, and small business innovator, Brad Miller.
People. In business, there's two big categories of people, our clients and our coworkers. Today, we're focusing on our coworkers because there's no possible way that we can take care of our clients unless we take care of our coworkers. People are our greatest asset and they're our greatest challenge. People are amazing. They help us to create great businesses. They help us to fulfill our vision. We have an opportunity to create beautiful work for them. And people are people, and they get sick, and they have bad days, and they make dumb mistakes. So our work as a business owner or leader is to become better and better at developing people. Think personal and professional development. Working with our people, helping them to become better at better so that they are becoming better and better at working with people. A beautiful circle. So our work as a business leader, bottom line, I think, is to become better and better at loving people. And that would apply to either our clients or our coworkers. The mission statement at Interior Plantscape says that we want to create an authentic and affirming community with our clients and our coworkers, which they never want to leave. And so we know that the only way to create that kind of a community for our clients that they never want to leave is to create that same kind of beautiful community for our coworkers that they never want to leave. So these points, these 5 points in People Systems come right off of the Plantscape Business Scorecard. So the first one starts with hiring. You know that book by Jim Collins, Good to Great? He's the first one that said, you got to get the right people on the bus. And then you got to get them into the right seat of the bus. And I think that people skip over the whole getting the right people on the bus thing because they go right to well, they're not in the right seat. I want to start with getting the right people on the bus. And by that, I mean creating a very high bar in the hiring process. So the first statement on the scorecard says this: we have a defined hiring profile. The candidate has multiple steps of engagement with the team. So our defined hiring profile begins with attitude. We've been saying it for decades. You hire attitude and then you teach them your systems. Michael Gerber would say that you create extraordinary systems that can be run by ordinary people. And so people are not ordinary, but you can choose the kind of attitude that you want if you have the extraordinary people. So when we say attitude, what we mean, first of all, is that those people love people. So our ad says, do you like plants? Do you like people? We would go even further and say, do you love people? Because if you don't love people, you're not going to represent the company well. So that means you're kind. You have manners, please and thank you. And you just have a love for life. You're professional in your appearance, in your speech, in your demeanor, versus being a curmudgeon. And I love that word because it's just such a kind of a stickly name. And so curmudgeon is a bad-tempered, cantankerous, and stubborn person who's easily annoyed and habitually complains. That's a really good opposite statement for the kind of person that you're looking for. So my attitude check question, if I'm interviewing someone, really begins with this: have you had a chance to check us out on our website? And if somebody says no, I've automatically turned off my brain. I won't end the interview right there, but if they don't have enough interest in us to really find out about us as a company and the kind of work that we do, that's a really good attitude check. They don't have the right kind of attitude that we're looking for. So you create these hiring systems, multiple steps of engagement. The last one that we use is called a discovery day. We used to call it a trial day, but language is everything. And so we realized, no, we don't want to call it a trial day. You're not on trial. It's a discovery day. You're on discovery. So that's the next one. Next on the checklist is discovery day. It says we use a paid discovery day to give us and the prospective team member a test drive. Our discovery day is a beautiful thing. It's a mutual opportunity day. They get hands-on work to really find out if they love this kind of work. We get an 8-hour job interview. It's a paid day. They're not hired, but we pay them for this 8-hour day. Through the years, we've really improved the discovery day process, and it now includes a 2-page evaluation form for our staff person to fill out of all the things that they've observed. Obviously, they're in a van together, or maybe they're working in the greenhouse together, and so there's a lot of great chit chat, and we get to find out things that maybe you couldn't ask in a job interview. So it's just a really great time for a mutual opportunity. And lastly, of course, if we say, yes, we like you, we want you to come to work for us, then we have to do a background check and, of course, a driving check. And the sad thing is that we can find some amazing, super people that really want to work for us, but there's just something in their past that disqualifies them. So that's hard. Next in our people system is onboarding is fun and celebrated. Training is ongoing with clear and documented SOPs, standard operating procedures. So the big idea is to celebrate their new job. It's a big deal. They're excited about this new opportunity to work with this super cool company. So we want to do our best to match their excitement. We started doing this years ago. We give new coworkers a welcome box. We also give new clients a welcome box as well. But for the coworker, the welcome box is filled with a lot of goodies, some little signature items, and my favorite is we give them a gift card to DSW Shoe Store. And there's a little note in there that says, we want to make sure that we get off on the right foot. And so we use balloons, live plants, and our training is intense in like the best way. And it is 30 days. If you're a gardener, then you get a 30-day ride along with a training gardener. But if you're in another position, you get somebody who is right there with you. And we do have documented SOPs, and there's a training manual. So onboarding is fun, and training has documented SOPs. Next in our people systems is one-to-one performance reviews, and these happen consistently. The first one happens after 30 days, after all the training is done. It gives us an opportunity to sit down face to face and just find out how it's going. Do they feel that they're fully trained? Do they have any questions, any gaps in their training? The second one is after 90 days. And then after that, we do it every 6 months, so twice a year. Why? Why do all these performance reviews? Well, honestly, the first reason is that we have an opportunity to formally encourage the person. We're not looking for things to criticize, we're looking for opportunities to encourage. Of course, we don't just encourage at these performance reviews, but this is just a real formal opportunity, one-to-one, face-to-face. You're looking for opportunities to catch people doing something right and to tell them about it. People want to know that they're doing the right thing. And then feedback. They might have some great feedback on us, and we want to know how we're doing. So we ask them, what do you see about interior plantscapes? Any ideas? Any ideas for improvements? And so that is an opportunity as well. One of the tools that we've learned through the years is a self-evaluation form. So we've created a form that we ask the team member to fill out, and it asks them questions about their performance. And it's amazing how honest people will be about their own performance. So they fill out this form, and then this form becomes one of the things that we go over in the one-to-one performance review. But people love that kind of feedback, so do it more often than you think that you should. Lastly on our scorecard, and probably most important, is culture. Your culture standards are intentional and they're reinforced with mission, vision, and core values. Friend, I hope that you do have vision and mission and core value statements. A couple of years ago, we were really challenged that we had too many core values. I would say this was probably 10 years ago. We had 9. And yes, we would talk about them, we would use them in our meetings, but we worked with a company that really challenged us to get it down to 4 and then to come up with an agreed upon definition of those 4 core values. Wow, what a game changer that has been. I have to give credit to our general manager, Janine, who made a core value a focus for a whole quarter. And so we have 4 core values, so every quarter we would dig deep into that core value. It was the theme of our meetings for the whole quarter. And so it just was a real good opportunity for us to come into agreement as a team of people, this community of people that said, we think this is important. We value this idea. So our core values were spelled out, they were defined, and we would have meetings around them. Of course, our mission and our vision as well. We have contests where people get to memorize that for cash prizes. And so really digging into your culture, and it's going to look different at every company. What does it mean at your company? What does your culture look like? And do your people embrace it? Here's the last word on people and people systems. As we said at the beginning, plants aren't for buildings, plants are for people. But it's not just in the Plantscape business. Business is the business of people. Friend, there's no such thing as B2B or B2C. Every business is about P to P, person to person, people to people. Everything that we do is for, with, and through people. So think deeply about your systems, and those things will really make a difference in the long run.
Thanks for listening to the Plantscape Business School podcast. If today's episode helped you think differently about your Plantscape business, share it with a fellow owner and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. For tools, training, and resources to help you build a business that really works, visit PlantscapeBusinessSchool.com. Plantscape Business School. Uncomplicate your business and expand your life.